Hi, I'm Emma Stokes, and there are just 7 weeks to go until the Dart 10K. So I haven't done an update for a few weeks, so this is weeks 21, 22 and 23 of my Dart 10K training diary. So it's been a mixed 3 weeks. There's been some highs and there was a low week, but all good, all moving in the right direction. So week 21, I upped my tempo trainer. I was determined to get better times on my mile just because I want my strength to improve and all that kind of thing. And it worked. I did my fastest ever mile. And then I went on and did a really good 5.5K in like 2 hours 10 in the lake. So I was thrilled. It was really, really good. Update on my new Garmin, which I'm still loving. It's amazing. I struggled with waiting for the GPS to kick in a few times, but since I've been syncing it with my watch, that seems to have done the trick, and it now just picks up GPS really, really quickly. And when I look at the satellite view of my swims, it's actually quite accurate. So yeah, and the battery life is amazing. So yeah, best thing I ever did was get that watch. And so I've been doing like 3 swims a week. And then I got a cold. I could feel it coming on when I was doing my 5.5K that week, and I was hoping that it was hay fever, but it wasn't. So literally the end of that week I didn't do anything. In fact, I didn't swim for like a week. I just took time off because it's been quite a nasty one. You can still hear it a little bit in my nose. Anyway, week 22, I felt so much better. And fortunately, the Lido is turned into summer holiday lunacy. The lanes are just full of kids hanging onto ropes and stuff. I'm a bit frustrated with the lifeguards, to be honest, because they should really be managing the lanes a little bit better, or just scrap them, in my opinion. So anyway, they can do what they want to do. It's just forced me to go over to the lake. So I've literally spent the last 2 weeks, I haven't been to the Lido, and just been in the lake, and it's so good for me. I'm absolutely adoring it. I can't tell you how wonderful it feels to swim in open water, and I didn't think I'd ever say that, so hurrah for me. So yeah, the last week I did 3 swims and I managed to clock up 12K, which was pretty good. It's like, I think that's the furthest I've swum in a week. And I just felt really strong. So I've been upping my long swim just a little bit each week. So I'm ahead of the Dart 10K official training program anyway. So I've been using either like doing an extra half a lap or maybe doing an extra lap and things like that. So just using it thinking of it in terms of laps of the lake for now. And it seems to be really working. It's taking away the scariness of kilometers. That said, this week I managed to do my longest ever lake swim, which is 6K, which is basically I just did 6 laps of Lake 86. And then because I keep going back to the pontoon and I still track that as part of my swim to go and get a drink and things like that, it added up to, I think it was like 20 meters short of 6K. So I'm delighted. I was tired though yesterday. I chose to do my long swim after an afternoon at the cricket festival, and so I'd had more than my fair share of wine the day before. Note to self, I need to quit booze basically, I think, for the next 7 weeks, because alcohol just really does affect your performance. I just find like my mouth will get so dry. So it's not really the best thing to do. But yeah, I'm now making sure that I have electrolytes in my drink as well for my long swims. And that's just making all the difference as well. Haven't really had a cramp. The only time I got a cramp was when I went to jump out of the lake, used the boat to push off, and it just created a cramp, but I haven't had one actually swimming, which I'm quite relieved about, because I'm not too sure what I'd do in open water with a cramp, because I've now ditched my tow float. So my safety blanket has also been tossed out of the window. What, that old thing? So yeah, I guess I just float on my back. I did notice there's a really interesting lady that I follow on YouTube and Instagram. I think it's called Everyday Athlete. Anyway, if you follow her, she did a recent post on swimming with cramp, and she's incredibly knowledgeable about open water swimming and all kinds of things. So Rachel at Everyday Athlete. So if you follow her, amazing tip. So I might actually have to sit and watch that video properly, because if I do hit a cramp mid swim in the lake, it might freak me out a little bit. But yeah, so the water is delicious over at Lake 86. Really, you don't need a wetsuit. I think yesterday on my Garmin, it told me it was 24 degrees. I mean, that's insane to be in a wetsuit in that water, but I'm definitely not going to get out of my wetsuit, because I just need to keep the practice. I've got a tiny little rub that keeps coming despite my buff. I made the mistake of swimming in a necklace, and it rubbed and rubbed and rubbed. And now it just seems to be like I can't get rid of it. I guess because I'm not giving it time to heal, because then I'm back in the water. So yeah, need to concentrate on that. But yeah, that's it. I'm not going to waffle on anymore. The girls are doing really, really well. Sorry, I will waffle on. I always say that and then say something else. Just get used to it. So yeah, the girls are doing really, really well. Zoe's distance is improving. Mandy's just swimming like a fish still. And yeah, 7 weeks to go. I hope everyone else is doing really, really well in their training. A big shout out to all the people that are doing the swimathon in the Cheltenham Lido today. My husband's one of them. He's doing a 5K. It's pouring with rain today, but they're going to get wet in the pool anyway. But yeah, big shout out to anyone that is doing it. I've seen a few familiar faces today already, and I'll catch you in another couple of weeks. Over and out.